Hello, diecast fans, and welcome to a brand new episode of Jim's Magnificent Miniature Motor Cars. For this episode, we will be unboxing this Ferrari SF-23 Formula 1 Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix of 2023 as driven by Charles Leclerc by the good folks at BBR Models. Now you all know that this is basically a mini GT slapped with a BBR sticker or BBR branding. But these cars are made by Mini GT for BBR, and as such they are fantastic. They look really good. But that said, they're considerably more expensive than Mini GT because BBR's cars are more expensive in general, and their Ferraris in particular are pretty darn pricey. Anyway, before I ramble anymore on the difference between BBR and Mini GT, let's have a look at the actual SF-23. Yeah, so as you can see, this car looks amazing. Yep, just like the McLarens I unboxed last episode, just like the Red Bull that I unboxed several episodes ago, the Red Bull cars from 2022. Yeah, and you know, there is really no doubt that BBR would produce sensational models because, well, they're made by Mini GT. Look at that, the rear wing sags a little bit. That's not good. No, that ain't good. So what is my point here by comparing the Mini GT to BBR? Well, my point here, dear diecast fans, is that we're getting equivalent cars for a much lower price. And yeah, no, they aren't Ferraris, but that's the thing about Formula 1 cars. And I'm just gonna be honest, folks. You've seen one, you've seen them all. They basically just have different branding, they have different sponsors, and some different fine details on the wings. But yeah, Formula 1 cars are basically a template, you know, and you got some different patterns and that's it. So yeah, basically you're just paying for the branding. You're just paying for the BBR branding, you're just paying for the Ferrari license. So just for reference, folks, this cost me give or take around 1,200 pesos, while the Mini GTs cost a little bit over 800 pesos, give or take. I can't remember right now, but you see there's roughly about a 400 peso differential. Okay, so just for everyone's reference, I'm gonna flash the equivalent between 400 pesos and dollars. So you can see basically the Ferrari comes at a premium. Now, is it worth the premium? I'm just gonna go ahead and say, folks, not really. Because at least when we're talking about the road cars, well, you don't get those road cars from Mini GT. You know, because the Ferrari road cars are exclusively manufactured by BBR, you know, or manufactured using BBR branding, and that's it. You won't get them anywhere else. But this F1 car, it may be a Ferrari, but it's also available with different coats of paint from Mini GT. So it just leaves, I don't know, a slightly sour taste in the mouth to have to pay this much more. So yeah, folks, bearing the price in mind, because I just uniformly adore all these F1 cars. I mean, I have the Red Bull, I have the McLarens, and now I have a Ferrari. But whereas those cars could score 10s or 11s, dear diecast fans, this one's just gonna have to settle for an 8.5. Yeah, an 8.5 looks great. Would be a 10, but the price it's just a little too hard to justify. That's why I actually didn't get two of these, even though there's a Carlos Sainz model of this. I just didn't feel like shelling out the extra cash. All right, that's it for this unboxing. I do hope you folks enjoyed this episode. Now, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe and hitting that notification bell.